Chapter 52 Sniff-O-Vision. Dr. Robert had used a combination of time travel and teleportation to build a remote viewer machine capable of bridging time. He called it the Teletime Viewer, TTV. With it he had searched into the future in an attempt to solve the power problem that had hindered the high field strength experiments to date. With it he had seen a Dyson sphere. A Dyson sphere is a hypothetical megastructure that completely encompasses a star and captures a large percentage of its power output. The concept is a thought experiment that attempts to explain how a spacefaring civilization could meet their energy requirements once those requirements exceeded that which can be generated from their home planet's resources alone. Only a fraction of a star's energy emissions reach the surface of an orbiting planet. Building a structure that encircled its star would enable a civilization to harvest far more energy. He now needed to do yet more experiments on raw solarium to see what else of the universe dreams could be made real, ergo he needed more solarium. One of the features of quantum mechanics is quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement is a physical phenomenon which occurs when pairs or groups of particles are generated, interact, or share spatial proximity in ways such that the quantum state of each particle cannot be described independently of the state of the others, even when the particles are separated by a large distance. Dr. Robert wondered if quantum entanglement could be used to locate more solarium. He now spent his time tweaking the TTV to seek out more solarium. It had to have come from somewhere. Its rarity on Earth ensured it had gotten here on Earth from some form of intergalactic traveler that had brought it here. It had to have been brought here on an asteroid. This meant there had to be more of it out there, he said to himself as his eyes scanned the heavens. A few days passed and the TTV was ready. It was finally a tuned solarium sniffer, ready to point across time and space to a new source of the universe's most profound material yet discovered. As he switched it on, it immediately indicated that there was another deposit of solarium here on Earth. The only problem, it was 2,000 meters underground under a small town in southern Greece. Oh dear, he thought to himself, that is not suitable. Sepulchre had neither the equipment nor licenses for such an excavation project. There had to be something else. Then off in the distance on the TTV, a great deal of distance in fact. A distance so great you could have normally been forgiven for thinking the small blimp was nothing other than a bad pixel. But this bad pixel was moving. As Dr. Robert panned the TTV around to get a clearer view and checked the data, he realized it was pointing to Mars. And the time frame was now, not millennia in the future or past, but right now. One simple port, and he could be there, all but for a few small details. As they say, the devil is always in the details, and this devil, or perhaps these devils, were a lack of atmosphere, a lack of a breathable atmosphere, a lack of temperature in the lacking atmosphere, and oh yes, as a finale, a bucket load of radiation. He would need a suit or a lander/robot to fetch it. His mind was working flat out to process all the data when suddenly he thought, "Hang on, how did it get there?" He zoomed the TTV in to see a pile of raw solarium stored in what looked like a lava tube. Looking closer, there seemed to be footprints and tracks on the ground in the regolith. It can't be, but there was an easy way to find out. He would simply wind back the TTV until he saw something or someone. He could not believe he was considering that someone had put it there, but it was looking like the only possible solution. He rewound the TTV, watching closely until he saw a face. Then another face, talking over the solarium, then two names. Graham and Bouncer. Who on earth are Graham and Bouncer? If anyone would know, Sebastian would know. Dr. Robert made the call straight away. What he didn't realize was how important his next 10 words would be to Sepulchre. The phone rang. He was put through to Sebastian. "Hello, Mr. Solars. Do the names Graham and Bouncer mean anything to you?"